Hey weirdos, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing awesome. Thanks for asking. I know that you guys may have seen my spoiler on this on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram and you would like to, I'll leave all that down in the box for you guys per my usual. But Revel was so sweet and so kind and sent me over 4 of their stocking stuffers. And I put them all on Insta and I said, which ones do you think I'm going to play with? Bet you weren't expecting this. This is the Safari stocking stuffer, and I could not be more excited. I don't know why. I've been giving green a lot of chances lately, and I'm not mad. I think I love greens. I know I did a lot of green in like the springtime, but that was more bright green, neon green, that kind of stuff. This kind of green always intimidated me, but the more I use it, the more I love it. And this one, I don't know why. You know what? It wasn't the green though. It wasn't the green that drew me in. It was the cheetah. It was the cheetah that captured my heart, and I said, okay, I'm using this one. I'm only using 2 out of the 3 colors, which was purely accidental. I messed up. I meant to do 1 nail as, the 3rd color, and I totally forgot in space. So I'm only using the 2 today, but the 3 are so perfectly coordinating. I think Revel knocked it out of the park with these stocking stuffers. I love all 4 of them. They're all insanely beautiful. So I'm getting in here now with the Nile Crocodile, and I'm kind of loving her. What do you guys think? If you saw the live that I did in iGel last week, I think it was, I'll leave a photo here of the nails that I did in their live. I'm telling you, the green is, I don't know. Something happened to me. I changed. But the green is like my whole entire heart right now. I don't know what happened. Does this happen to you guys too? I don't know. I went so long not liking the way green looked on me. And maybe, someone said something in the comments of that live, and they said, you just needed to find the right green. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah. I needed to find the right green. And for me, this green is my perfect shade of green. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the shimmer in it. Maybe it's the shade or the tone or whatever, but loving it so much with my whole entire heart. Cannot get enough of these greens. What? Did you guys grab any of the Revel stocking stuffers? I'm not sure if they're still available. If they are, I will let you know down below in the description box. I do have a discount code with what? With Revel. I am an affiliate, so I do make a small commission on anything you may pick up using my code. It is a one-time use code only, although I'm hoping that might change soon. Revel, please. I will leave that code down in the box for you too. It's Marla10. So if you feel like going to grab something and you use my code, you are my new best friend, and I love you. Thank you. So I am going in, finishing up my application on this gorgeous green. I'm doing 2 dips per my usual of each color, followed by a dip in clear. I am using my Sparkle & Co. Low Scent Base, also per my usual. If you are curious about the tips that I have on right now, I will leave the tips kit. They're full coverage gel tips from Beetles. I will leave them in the box. I have a whole tutorial on how I applied them coming up on Saturday. So if you want to see how I did those, come back on Saturday. This is a really action-packed week. I have a video tomorrow for Model 1s, and then Saturday is the Beetles extensions. So you're getting a lot of me this week. I don't know whether to say you're welcome or I'm sorry. But if you come back, thanks. You're also my new best friend. So finishing up this application, this is my second dippy, and then we're going to get into the glitter. I'm going to roadmap this. I actually wound up doing a 3rd nail in this color again because I just totally spaced and forgot and didn't know what the heck I was doing. So I'm going to do a 3rd and a 4th in this color. Actually, I'm going to do a little glitter ombre, and then I'll do a full coverage glitter. So I will come back when it's time for that. Okay, so as you can see, I got my middle nail in with the green Nile Crocodile in preparation for a little glitter ombre I'm going to do a vertical ombre. First, we're going to do a little full coverage glitter nail with Party Cheetah, this color. I don't know what it was. There was so much going on with it, but at the time, in the moment, I'm like, I need that glitter. I need that glitter all over a nail. I'm going to show you how I do my chunky glitter application. Revel glitters are so unbelievably beautiful, and I love the way they formulate it. They're not sheer, but yet they are. So I always do my first pour over. This is to avoid the nail being super bulky in the end. I don't know. Maybe it's a me thing. It could very well be a me thing, but I don't like a super bulky, chunky nail. I really don't. For me, it's just not my thing. So I like to pour over first, and as you can see, it's a little sparse, it's a little sheer, but there's a little something there. So when I do my second dip, it's completely full coverage, and I'm gonna lay in for my second dip, completely full coverage, and yet not super bulky. This is like my go-to method these days for chunky glitter. I'm just going around the sidewalls with my cuticle stick, getting any straggler glitters that are hanging off the edge because I don't want to file into them. Filing into a glitter will kind of wreck the look of the glitter. It'll turn silver and it won't look good and not pretty. So I try to avoid that at all costs. Now, after I've dusted off, I'm going to go in for dippy number 2, and I'm going to lay right into those glitters. And y'all, the coverage is so unbelievably gorgeous. Now, I should mention that this is not a true quote unquote chunky glitter. This is more of a medium glitter. There are no giant hex pieces or anything like that in here, which is more of my cup of tea, to be honest. Now that I have tips on, it's a little easier for me to get down with the chunky glitters. I feel like you kind of, not that you need nail estate, but it's better to have nail estate. Yeah, for some reason, for me at least, and again, totally personal preference, I don't like the way chunky glitters look on my short nails. If you want to rock the chunky glitters with your little nubs, party on, Wayne. Just not my jam. So after I lay in, I do want to tap down those glitters to make sure they're all laying nice and flat, but look at the coverage. Doing that one pour over and then laying in, again, for me, just the perfect way to do any kind of glitter nail. Unless, of course, it's a fine glitter. Fine glitters, I find I can just lay in and it's fine because they're so fine and they're so small. But with a medium glitter or even a chunky glitter, definitely for me, the pour over followed by the lay in is totally perfect application for me. So once I get all of those glitters laying the way I want and off my sidewell, off my cuticle, because I don't want to file into them, I can dust off excess, and we're going to move on to the glitter ombre. For the glitter ombre, this is going to be a little bit more subtle. And just as an aside, look at how flat those glitters lay. So beautiful, so perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go cuticle to free edge, covering the entire nail with base. And for this, I'm going to use clear dip powder, alongside the glitters. And I'm going to do my tap ombre using my little eyeshadow brush over the side nearest to that full coverage glitter nail. So the effect kind of looks like the glitter nail is flowing over to the ombre nail, if you can imagine a little bit, maybe, sort of, kind of. And then I'm going to fill in the other side with clear dip powder just to make sure the surface of that nail is even, because I find that one of the causes of cracking on your nail is an uneven coat. So you want to keep the nail from side to side, top to bottom, as even as possible. So I'm tapping on my sidewall the most heavy, and then as I move closer to the center of the nail, you want that to kind of fade in. And I'm going to go in with my orange wood stick and arrange some of those glitters, push them over to the middle if they strayed a little too far. And I find that using a slow drying base works so well for this. The Sparkle & Co. Low Scent that I'm using, super slow drying, and that makes for very, very easy cleanup when you're doing any kind of a glitter, especially, or foils or flakies or whatever. You had the time to play and kind of move things around to where you want them. So now that I've gotten my glitter where I want it, I'm going to go in, pour over some clear to keep that super even, and then I'm going to encapsulate the entire thing with clear. So as you can see, I went ahead and dipped my index in the green. It was naked before, now it's not. That was like a last minute decision because I messed up and forgot what I was doing. Anyway, I'm capping in clear. This is an optional step. However, I don't consider it optional. I consider it mandatory and necessary, especially over glitters. As I mentioned earlier, you don't want to cut into a glitter with your file because that will change the look of that glitter completely. So I like to cap and clear just to make sure I have that protection over the glitter. So when I file and buff, I don't wreck any of those glitters. They're all nice and protected. I also like to give the clear a little press with my finger so it kind of gets into the spaces between the glitters and makes everything as even as possible. That'll just give you less to do later when you're filing. Also can make for a less bulky nail, which I absolutely prefer. I'm not a bulky nail person. I don't like thick nails. I like my nails to look as natural as possible. But that's just a personal preference thing. If you like your nail to be a little bit thicker, by all means, do an extra dip or don't do what I'm doing. And like I say in most of my videos, this is just my opinion. I am not a nail tech. I am not professionally trained in any way, shape, or form or capacity. And if what you're doing is working for you, by all means, ignore me completely and keep doing what you're doing. I have nothing to say about that. There's no really wrong way to do dip nails. As long as you're happy with your process and you like the outcome, you do you, boo-boo. Why am I like this? Okay, so I got all my clear done. I scrubbed off all the excess, and now I'm going with my activator. I'm going to let this sit for just a few minutes, file and buff off camera, and then we're going to get into the glossy top coat. So I went ahead, cured my nails for a full 60, and this is the finished look. I cannot be happier or more in love with this set. These glitters are stunning. This green is beautiful. Yes, those words just came out of my mouth. Finishing up with my Candy Skincare Cuticle Oil, and I'm good to go. Thanks again to Revel for sending over these absolutely beautiful colors for me to play with. I hope you guys like this. Let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you have a fab rest of your day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Love you, bye.